It took me 996 days to hit this PR. Let me repeat that. 996 days have gone by before I was able to hit 270 on the deadlift. So from 265 to 270, damn near 1,000 days. What happened? What did I do to finally put another freaking 5 kilos on my deadlift? That's the question, right? You could say that I've been building it for 1,000 days. Did it really take me to 1,000 days to put 5 kilos on, or was I just wrong in my training, or was I not training hard enough? I can honestly tell you that my work ethic is pretty high, and I would probably say that I'm working too hard, more so than not hard enough. But why did it take me 1,000 damn days? What did I do recently that got me over the hump? These are the questions that I've been thinking about ever since hitting this. Obviously, yesterday I was distracted by a much more important thing. A fellow colleague of mine was sick, diagnosed, has gotten sick, and that kind of like flooded my mind, and I couldn't really process anything else other than think about that. And I want to thank everyone for the positive messages and their donations, and a few guys have bought some merch as well, which I appreciate as well. All of that will go to him, and I'll show you that through receipts and all that stuff. 270 deadlift. This year has been a big focus to hit my quads, to get my legs stronger. And a lot of good things have happened as a result. Start of the year, 180 AMRAPs were in my mind. I was pushing that. Then I went into a kind of like a bodybuilding type of a routine where I would hit these different accessories for my quads. I went from hack squats to belt squats. Now I'm doing leg press, all of that stuff. Recently, I've as of this week, I've introduced wide stance squats, high bar. Today, as you're seeing it, I'm doing low bar squats. Very uncomfortable. One of the fellas at the gym, actually, I brought him up a few times over the course of this channel. I made a video about him hitting 200 odd kilos on the bench press in his early 20s. He was there at the gym today, and he was kind of sharing his wisdom about training. He was like, dude, if you're going to go wide, you have to go low bar. Cut this crap out with the high bar. I was like, all right, I'll do it. And he was giving me some pointers and showing me the way. So doing low bar. I'm doing lots of different things that I'm not really good at. These machines are kicking my ass. So yes, quads is definitely part of the equation. I've always struggled off the floor in the deadlift. That's always been my problem. And I've had different theories about this. And yes, some things have improved the deadlift, some things haven't. One of the things that really kind of improved my deadlift initially, years ago, when I went from 220 to 260 in the space of 12 months. I made a video about this recently, a compilation video of all the lifts, how I kind of went from 220 to 260. One of the drivers for that was I basically moved away from the bar on setup. So you know how when you set up, everyone says you should look down at the bar and the bar should be chopping your feet in half. Well, because I have these shorter arms, I have short reach, and I have these long legs, when I set up like that, my freaking back is damn near parallel with the floor. It makes it a very acute angle to pull from. And so to allow a better position, I moved my heels back a little bit, moved my feet back, which allowed more dorsiflexion, which allowed me kind of step more upright because I could sink my hips a little lower, kind of wedge a little bit better. So most people would not find this really helpful. For me, it was crucial because it just added a little bit more quad off the floor. So that was the thing, and I've kind of been pulling ever since that, for the last 3-4 years doing that. And then this year, I've really focused on quads. So you could argue that the quads have better leverage now and also more strength because of all the accessories that I've been doing for my quads. That's definitely a big part of this. I have no doubt about that. Yesterday's pull off the floor felt really good. I was actually quite surprised that I was able to develop that much speed into the bar off the floor. It really caught me off guard. When that happens, when I can get the thing to break the floor, just when I can get that thing off the floor, I'm very confident in locking that thing out. Very confident. If I can break that thing without my back completely being rounded over, I'm very confident I'll be able to kind of finish that lift. And that's what happened yesterday. A few times in the pool, I was like, holy shit, I'm doing this. And I've watched the lift like several times now. And I can see myself kind of like thinking my way through, okay, pull again. There was like 3 different pulls in the pool, if that makes any sense. So I was very surprised by that. But also, at the start of the year when I was chasing the AMRAPs, I had great difficulties with my upper back during those AMRAP sets. Lots of difficulties. My upper back was failing me. I basically couldn't hold the bar on my back anymore. And so then I kind of discovered that I really needed to work on my upper back. And I started rowing. And I started really focusing my rows. And my AMRAPs went from 180 for a set of 8. And I pushed it all the way to 13 because I simply, developed some tissue in the freaking upper back that could survive a little longer. So that was a big part of it as well. Back then. This time around, I've been crazily hitting rows twice a week. I will do 5 sets of 10 with the underhand grip, so the supinated grip, and then I'll do another 5 sets of 10 with the pronated grip. The supinated grip, kind of the bar hits me at the belly button level. I feel like that's more lats. When I do pronated, I go a little bit wider on the bar, and I feel like I hit more traps because the bar kind of hits me at the chest level. So that has been a huge component. I know over the years I've spoken to a lot of you guys, and you guys have said to me as well, man, if you're struggling off the floor in the deadlift, doesn't matter what leverages you got, it's your upper back. You have to put meat on the upper back. And so I've done a lot of rowing. I really want to emphasize that. I don't want it to be it's the legs. A lot of these things, I've kind of understood this over the years. It's not just one thing. It's a lot of things rolled up into one thing, right? I'm just highlighting the big, strokes here. The big. What's the terminology people say? Big brush strokes on the painting. The meat and potatoes of this discussion has to be the quads, all the accessories that I did for that, and also the upper back, the rowing. I've done a lot of that. Also, I've been doing a lot of weighted sit-ups. Anecdotally speaking, man, like every time I've thrown that in, my deadlifts have always felt better. Always have felt better. Always. I kind of hurt myself maybe a week and a half ago now, and I haven't done sit-ups for about a week and a half. I was using a 20-kilo plate in the back of my head. That's kind of how I do my sit-ups. And I must have done it too much. And my left hip flexor, I don't know if it's rectus femoris or I doubt it's the psoas. It's kind of more at the quad level, has been really sore. And it's kind of been making squatting really not great. But that's been kind of now 10 days in the healing process. And yesterday, man, everything lined up, all the stars lined up, and I started feeling amazing, and I did what I did. So I think that's the big stuff here. That's what's on my mind, and I think that's what's given me this 270 kilo deadlift. So I'll just continue doing the same thing, and maybe I can get to 280. I feel like the bar moved quite well with that 270. So I'm quite confident that I can continue this as long as I keep with the same recipe, the same training style, and I keep pushing that. I reckon there's more in the tank. That's just my gut feeling. But let's see how it all folds out, how it all pans out. Appreciate you guys like always, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.